Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair Creighton. My name is Antonio Ingram, and I'm an assistant counsel at the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. Earlier today, we sent a letter along with the ACLU of Texas to the 7 university systems invited to report about Senate Bill 17 compliance. In our correspondence, we reminded chancellors of their obligation of their institutions to still comply with federal civil rights law and the U.S. Constitution. Senate Bill 17 does not absolve or remove these obligations. Title VI, Title IX, and the First Amendment still govern public institutions in Texas. Under Title VI, a public university may incur liability if it intentionally discriminates against a person on the basis of their race, or if it creates or is responsible for a racially hostile environment. Under Title IX, a public university may incur liability if it engages in discrimination on the basis of sex, including sexual orientation and gender identity. Finally, a public university must ensure the protection of free speech and free expression on campus around all topics, including relating to the experiences of historically marginalized communities. We're here to testify today to remind the subcommittee and university leadership that they should keep these federal obligations in mind when determining not only the scope of Senate Bill 17, but the way in which this bill is being implemented in a way that can cause liability on the basis of the treatment of marginalized communities of color and the queer community. Thank you.
Senator West.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Antonio, as it relates to what you just said, the governor has basically told universities not to implement Title IX. What position does that put the state of Texas in?
As recipients of federal funding, all public institutions in Texas have to comply with federal law. And so that includes Title IX and Title VI and the U.S. Constitution.
Okay, so that puts the state in a position of not being able to get federal funds if a complaint is filed?
If a school refuses to comply with the Civil Rights Act of 1964, that would endanger their ability to get federal funding. As a condition of receiving federal funding, you must comply with the anti-discrimination provisions of our federal system.